Good morning, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. This is IMAX Sports with another football video, and today I'm going back to my NFL 100 list for the 2021 season. This is episode number 3. I'm going over players number 80 through 71. So, if you haven't seen the first two videos of this series, you should go watch those. I did 100 through 91 and 90 through 81. Now it's time for 80 through 71. So if you guys haven't seen those already, go check those out. And basically what I'm doing in this series is I'm taking the NFL's idea of the NFL 100 list that they released every August, and I am doing my own version of it with my own players. And in August, I'll probably see what the differences were between my list and their list. So thank you guys all for all of the recent support on the channel. Sorry I haven't been able to get as much content out to you because of schoolwork. But with it all being said, let's get right into the video. First on the list today, coming in at number 80, we have Brandon Graham. Brandon Graham is a defensive end for the Philadelphia Eagles. This season, he had 2 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery, 8 sacks, 46 total tackles, and 13 tackles for a loss. This was his first Pro Bowl appearance in his 11 NFL seasons, and he was selected to the NFL 100 team in 2017 as number 93 on the list. He's a very strong veteran, and he deserves a spot on this list for his 2020 performance and where he will continue to go into 2021. Brandon Graham has been a very solid player for a very long time. He hasn't gotten a whole lot of recognition for it, and this season he really stepped it up. They notified it, they showed it in the Pro Bowl, and I think he deserves a spot on the 100 list. At number 79, we have Hassan Reddick. Hassan Reddick is an outside linebacker for the Arizona Cardinals. This season, he had 4 passes defended, 6 forced fumbles, 12.5 sacks, 63 tackles, and 15 tackles for a loss, and did not make the playoffs, the Pro Bowl. He was number 3 for tackles for a loss, number 6 for forced fumbles, and number 4 for sacks in the NFL, and they still didn't give him a Pro Bowl appearance. He's a 4th-year player who's never made a Pro Bowl or an NFL 100, and he is definitely 2020 Pro Bowl snuff. I actually made a video of 2020 Pro Bowl snuffs back in December, and I didn't include Hassan Reddick on there because I didn't really know a whole lot about him and his situation this season. But I was looking through some of the statistics of linebacker, and I was like, this dude should have been in the playoffs, the Pro Bowl. I don't know why I keep mixing those words up. I was like, this dude should have been in the Pro Bowl. So I wanted to make sure he was on this list. I think that he had a phenomenal season, and if he continues to do well, he makes the Pro Bowl next year and he improves, then he'll definitely be higher than 79. At 78, we have James Robinson. James Robinson had 240 carries for over 1,000 yards and 7 touchdowns, which averaged about 4.5 yards per attempt, 49 receptions for 344 yards, and 3 touchdowns. He was number 6 on attempts, number 5 for yards, number 6 for yards per game, number 9 for scrimmage yards, and number 6 for total touchdowns. His rookie season was for the worst NFL team. He was with the Jaguars, so that definitely hindered his ability to play well, even though he still played fantastic football. And he didn't have a Pro Bowl appearance, but again, if he was on a different team that wasn't hindering his ability to do well, then I think that he would definitely be a Pro Bowl running back, and I think that he has a great chance of being a Pro Bowl running back next season. At number 77, we have Matthew Judon, an outside linebacker for the Baltimore Ravens. This season, Judon played 13 games. He had 2 passes defended, 6 sacks, 50 total tackles, and 9 tackles for a loss. He was a Pro Bowl selection in 2019 and 2020, and he was number 2 in the NFL for safeties this year with a total of 1. He definitely deserves the top on the 100 list last season, and he was not given one. And then now this year being consistently good, having that second year in a row, being one of the best in his position as a Pro Bowl selection, and only playing 13 games on the season and still doing that. Matthew Judon is an exceptional player for the Ravens. He's going to continue to be phenomenal for them, and he deserves a spot on this list at number 77. Coming at number 76, we have Zach Cunningham. Zach Cunningham is a middle linebacker and yet another Pro Bowl snuff. Not only is Hassan Reddick was supposed to be in the Pro Bowl, but Zach Cunningham not only led the league in total tackles, but solo tackles. He had 2 passes defended, 1 forced fumble, 3 sacks, 7 tackles for a loss on the season, with 164 total tackles and 106 solo. He is number 1 in the NFL for both total and solo tackles, and he did not make the Pro Bowl. A lot of other middle linebackers with much less total tackles and solo tackles made the Pro Bowl, and usually for middle linebackers, that's one of the major stats you look at, because that's the stat that their position consistently leads. Usually, you look at a lot of stats that the position consistently leads for Pro Bowls, and Zach Cunningham clearly led his position. He's a fantastic young fourth season in the NFL player who has improved every year of his career and will be amazing next season. Coming in at number 75 on the list, we have Amari Cooper, wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys. In 2020, he had 92 catches for 1,114 yards and 5 touchdowns. He is a 4-time Pro Bowl selection in 2015, 2016, 2018, and 2019. And he is a 3-time NFL 100 team selection in 2017, 2019, and 2020. He's a very strong receiver, even with Dak Prescott missing for 3/4 of this year. The Dallas Cowboys offense didn't score a whole lot. He still ended up with 5 touchdowns, which isn't great, but is still decent. And I think that 75 is the perfect spot for him. It's not too high where he would have needed to have more touchdowns and made the Pro Bowl in order to be at that spot, but it's not low enough where it's too low. He's been a consistently good player in the NFL. He's going to continue to be good. And if Dak Prescott's healthy next year, I can see him making another Pro Bowl for sure. At number 74, we have Cam Hayward. Cameron Hayward last season had 1 interception, 3 passes defended, 4 sacks, 54 total tackles, and 7 tackles for a loss. He's a 4-time Pro Bowler and 2-time All-Pro, Pro Bowls from 2017 to 2020, and All-Pros in 2017 and 2019. He's also a 4-time NFL 100 team selection from 2016 through 2020, with the exception of the 2017 season. He was ranked number 88, number 48, number 88, and number 84. And he's a consistently strong veteran defensive player. I could have put him in the 80s because that's where he normally lands, but I think that he had a very strong season this year. I think that 74 suits him, and I think that he can definitely improve or go back down to the 80s for next season, depending on how 2021 goes for him. But Cameron Hayward's a fantastic player, and he's going to continue to do well in the NFL. At number 73, we have cornerback Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman played 5 games this year. He had 1 interception, 1 pass defended, 18 tackles, and 2 tackles for a loss. Now, a lot of people might think that he's too high, and a lot of people might think that Richard Sherman's too low. I think that that's a good sign that he's in the right spot. A lot of players... So the Pro Bowl is very different from the NFL 100 team because the Pro Bowl doesn't take injuries into account. The NFL 100 team, basically, it's trying to look for the best players. It doesn't matter if you're injured. It doesn't matter what your stats were that season. It's just looking for the best players. And I think that Richard Sherman definitely took a step back slightly from last year, but that's also because he only played 5 games. He was injured a lot. He's a 5-time Pro Bowl selection from 2013 through 2016, as well as the 2019 year, and he is All-Pro from 2012 to 2014, and a 7-time NFL 100 team selection. The only year he was not selected to the 100 team was 2019, and he was number 50, number 7, number 11, number 20, 21, 64, and last season he was 28. He was injured in 2020, but he's still a phenomenal top 10 quarterback in the NFL, and I think that Richard Sherman definitely not only deserves a spot on this list, but I think the 73 is a pretty good one for him, considering he didn't play the entirety of last year, but he still deserves recognition for his talent and what he can bring to the table to whatever team he ends up going to. Number 72, we have Tyler Lockett. Tyler Lockett last season had 100 catches for over 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns. He was number 7 in receptions, number 8 in yards per touch, and number 8 in receiving touchdowns. He's also He's also a 1-time Pro Bowl selection / All-Pro in 2015. He's a two-time NFL 100 team selection in 2019 and 2020, and in those 2 years he was selected as number 98 and number 65. Very similar season to last year, very strong wide receiver. But there were some new wide receivers added to the league. There were some new people that showed that they were something more than people thought that they were. So that bumped him down just a little bit. I'd really like to. He started off the season phenomenally. I'd really like to see more from Tyler Lockett coming up this year. I know he has competition with DK Metcalf, but he's a phenomenal player, and I'd love to see more out of him in the future. At number 71, we have Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert this season played 15 games. He was 396 of 595 for over 4,300 yards and 31 touchdowns with a quarterback rating of 98.3. Justin Herbert had 55 carries as well for 234 yards on the ground and 5 rushing touchdowns. He was number 4 in passing attempts, as well as number 4 in completions, number 6 in passing yards, and number 10 in passing touchdowns, as well as number 8 in total offense between yard passing and rushing yards. He is the 2020 NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. He also has the most touchdowns by a rookie ever. Justin Herbert had a phenomenal rookie season as the starting quarterback of the Chargers. The Chargers had a rough start to the year, but then they ended up winning 5 of their last 7 games, I believe. I think that Chargers team is going to be carried into the 2021 season. They're going to get Justin Herbert some more weapons. Their defense is going to improve. He's going to be a phenomenal player. Justin Herbert has the potential to be a number 1 player and one of the best quarterbacks, if not the best quarterback in the league, and one of the best players in the league in future years. A lot of people might think that he should be higher than this. I think this is a good spot for him. He did go 6-9. But he still had a phenomenal season, and I'd love to see a lot more from him. So Justin Herbert at number 71 had a great rookie season, and I think that he's going to continue to do well in the NFL. So I hope you guys enjoyed my picks from this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Comment down below who you guys think is too high or too low from this list, and any video ideas you have for the future, because I am trying to think of some good ones, but I'm still kind of at a pause due to work and stuff. So thank you guys for all the support. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.